Hello friends, what would Dortmund's squad look like if they hadn't lost or sold their stars? We have Kobel in goalkeeper position. They have actually been stable in terms of goalkeeping. They managed to hold on to their goalkeepers, except for Reyes, perhaps because Neuer is at Bayern. Of course, this is based on opinion, a different perspective. There used to be Weidenfeller, then Berkey guarded the goal. These days, we have Kobel. In the new season, he managed to keep a clean sheet in 6 out of the 15 matches he played. Some even say he's now one of the important goalkeepers, claiming to have ended Neuer's hegemony in the Bundesliga. However, Neuer's comeback performance in the last match was incredible. He's still at the top. By the way, Kobel extended his contract in Dortmund last month. He will wear Dortmund's jersey until 2028. The first centre-back is Rudiger. He was found lacking in the Dortmund youth system. He played for 3 years in the U17 and U19 teams. However, he was eventually released from the team for free. The same Rudiger excelled at Stuttgart. It took only a few months for Roma to discover him. The German centre-back played for Roma for 2 years, one of which was on loan. Then, the Premier League giant Chelsea paid €35 million for him. Rudiger improved with each season he played at Chelsea. In the year he left, some said he was the best centre-back in the world. Whether he was the best is debatable, but he was certainly one of the most informed centre-backs. When his contract ended, he didn't want to stay at Chelsea and signed with Real Madrid. He received many offers, but he chose Real Madrid. His running style and in-game movements are very entertaining. Now 30 years old, he is much more experienced and manages to have fun while playing well. According to Real Madrid players, Rudiger is the funniest player on the team. Another centre-back is Manuel Akanji. The 28-year-old player wore the Dortmund jersey for 4 years. During this time, he only won 2 trophies. He is currently in his second year at City, but he has already won 4 trophies. One of the main reasons why players leave Dortmund is because winning trophies is very difficult and they are not favorites in any competition. Guardiola has greatly improved his new defensive prince. When it comes to City and defense, we praise Ruben Dias in every way. Playing alongside him must be incredible for Akanji. He has shown great development. There is Rafael Guerreiro at left back. At the beginning of the season, he made the difficult decision to leave Dortmund, where he had been playing for 7 years. He transferred to Bayern for free, which caused backlash from the fans. At 29 years old, his market value has significantly dropped, but he is still one of the best left-backs in the world. He has been injured for a while, but he's back now. Achraf Hakimi is currently playing as a right back. He played alongside Benzema, Ronaldo, and Bale at Real Madrid. At Dortmund, he played with Haaland, Sancho, and Reyes. At Inter, he played with Lukaku and Martinez. In PSG, he played with Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi. Moreover, he is only 25 years old. His accomplishments so far demonstrate how special of a player he is. He has consistently contributed to the scoreline in every team he has played for. The only exception was Real Madrid, where he was very young at the time. He scored goals and provided assists in Borussia Dortmund, Inter, and later at PSG. It's worth mentioning that he has started the new season in Paris very well. He has scored 4 goals and provided 4 assists in 13 matches. Achraf Hakimi is a player that every big team dreams of having. Jude Bellingham is the first midfielder. Years ago, when asked Messi or Ronaldo, he gave the answer Messi.
Ronaldo or Messi?
Messi for me.
However, later he transferred to Real Madrid and chose to follow Ronaldo's path. He is currently one of the most informed players in the world. He has scored 4 goals in the last 4 matches in La Liga. He is only 20 years old. Last week, he put on a show in his first El Clasico, and according to many football fans, he could be a future Ballon d'Or winner. If he wins La Liga and the Champions League with Real Madrid, the Ballon d'Or might be his next season. He had generally performed very well at Dortmund too, but the last 6 months have been incredible. What he is doing at Real Madrid now is the same as what he did in the last 6 months at Dortmund. Bellingham is doing exactly what a modern footballer does today. He is not only more talented than many players, but also reads the game incredibly well. Another midfielder is Ilkay Gundogan. Ilkay, who recently turned 33, transferred to Barcelona at the beginning of the season. He completed his mission at City and chose Spain for his next move. Ilkay continues to play at the highest level. His game vision and passing quality are important attributes for him. In the last Ballon d'Or ranking, he was in 14th place. He could definitely have been even higher. Perhaps if the German national team were as strong as it used to be, Ilkay would have easily won the Ballon d'Or with a potential World Cup victory. Marco Reyes on the left wing. The other day he made 400 appearances for Dortmund. A short ceremony was held for the legend before the game, a character that is rare. When the fans were children, Reyes was a new signing. Now the fans have grown up and Reyes is almost old enough to retire. They lost 4-0 to Bayern in der Klassiker. Marco Reyes is the Dortmund player who has lost the most to Bayern. That's a bad record that will be hard to break. By the way, Dortmund failed to score in a Bundesliga match for the first time this season. Neuer was very solid, he didn't allow Reyes to score. We don't expect him to retire at the end of the year, he will play at least one more year. But he will be away from football for a long time after he retires. He made a promise to his wife. I think he will give her time. Maybe 6 to 7 years after his retirement we will see him as a coach at Dortmund. Dembele on the right wing. Xavi just a few months ago when Dembele was at Barcelona he said Dembele was the most talented footballer I have ever seen. But after he left he was the most happy. This is actually the summary of his career. Dembele is exactly that kind of player. By the way, he hasn't scored a goal since his transfer from Barcelona to PSG. He has a goal pass, he has scored 3 times in 13 games. Dortmund was his peak team after Rennes. He had a show with Aubameyang. He performed the most special achievement of his career. He has 20 assists and 10 goals in a season, which made him one of the most expensive players in the world. By the way, not every player who left Dortmund showed the same performance afterwards. Sancho and Dembele are the biggest examples. The first striker is Robert Lewandowski. He didn't start this season well, but he has improved. He scored 6 goals and passed 4 goals in 12 games. Lewandowski is 35 years old and continues to score goals for Barcelona. In the story, his departure from Dortmund was one of the transfers that changed destiny. While he was there, Dortmund was competing with Bayern. Lewandowski's transfer of the biggest weapon to Bayern opened the gap. Dortmund looked weaker than Bayern. Unfortunately, they have always been a buy, polish, sell team. Even though they made huge sales for years, you will never see them pay 80 million euros for a player. The most expensive transfer in the club's history was Dembele with 35 million euros. Another striker is Erling Haaland. His move to Dortmund improved him a lot. In a short time in the Bundesliga he managed to make his name known all over the world. To be in the news not when he scored goals but when he didn't. After only 1.5 seasons Manchester City was the team that finished this transfer. City paid 60 million euros, which was one of the most profitable transfers. If you look at the other transfers on the market, you realize that City got Haaland for free. They took advantage of the release clause. It was a great success. Haaland came second behind Messi in the Ballon d'Or. Some of the football fans said that he should have won the award, but it was Messi who won. Guardiola said congratulations to Messi for winning the Ballon d'Or. Haaland has a whole career ahead of him. He has to continue in some way. At the same time he has to say okay, I can win this award next season. Messi is in a special position for Guardiola. According to him, he is the best player of all time. But Haaland is also the apple of his eye at the moment. He pulls the scoring load in Guardiola's ever-improving game. In the new season he scored 13 goals and passed 3 goals in 16 games. In fact he is not talked about at all at the moment, but Haaland is at the top again. The 23-year-old star is the top scorer in the Premier League. Yes friends, we have come to the end of the video. Don't forget to like the video if you like it. You can also write in the comments which 11 you would like to see in the next video. Goodbye.